Here's a quick video on how to remove the dust cover on a tech sites for the AK. Remove it and install it. First thing you want to do though is make sure the gun's safe. It's not loaded. It's good practice anytime you're working on a gun. Okay, get right to it here. There's two buttons that hold the cover in place, and with the cover in place that also holds the sight in place so it won't move forward. So it works together to hold everything in place. To get the cover off, you have to push these two buttons in, and then the cover will slide to the rear, the front end will come up, and then you can slide the cover forward and off. And I'll show you how. You need a pointed object like a bullet or a screwdriver. You can't just use your fingers, at least I can't. So you need something small to push these buttons in. But the trick is to keep downward pressure on the dust cover. So I'm going to put my hand on here like this, or you can grab it like this, however it's comfortable. But keep that downward pressure on it. As I do that, I'll push in on the button. See how the button goes in, the cover drops down a little bit and it doesn't line up with hole anymore. So hold it like that. Do the same thing on this side. Push that button in. Okay, this one popped out. No big deal. Just push it in again. Okay, both buttons are in right now because I'm holding it down. If I let up on the cover, they pop back out. Alright, so you can see how important it is. Just keep that downward pressure. Alright, so keep the pressure downward, push the buttons in. They're both in right now. Okay, now what I have to do is slide the cover to the rear. Oh, that one popped out. Okay, slide the cover to the rear. See up here it popped out of its position. You can swing it up now. Okay, now keep that downward pressure so the buttons don't line up with holes as you're sliding it forward. And then it pops right off. So there you have the cover off. You can take the sight off. Okay. Put it back together. Okay, now to get it back on, you have to keep the front end up until you get the rear in position. To get the rear in position, just push the buttons in. You can usually use your finger to get the buttons in at this point. Okay, now you want to kind of hold the cover down again as you're sliding it back so those buttons don't line up with the holes. That way you can slide it all the way past the buttons. And once you get it past, you can swing the cover down. Once you get it lined up, slide it forward. As you do that, the buttons pop into position. And it secures the cover and the sight and locks it all in place. So that's the trick. Let me run through it one more time real quick. Push down on the cover, push the button in. Push the button in on this side. Okay, both buttons are in. Slide it to the rear. Okay, the front end can come out. Keep downward pressure, just slide the cover forward, and it's off. Okay. Put it back on now, keep that front end up. Start the cover on the button on this side. Start the button on the cover on that side. Keep it a little bit lower, downward pressure. Okay, I've got it past the buttons now. Now I swing the front end down, line it up, push it forward. As I do that, the buttons will pop into position. So it's pretty simple. Just takes a little practice to get the hang of it. And a lot of times you'll be doing it and the buttons will pop back in. You just have to just push the button in. It's not a very difficult thing to do, but you do need a bullet tip or some kind of a pointed object to do it. So practice it. If you have any questions while you're doing it, give us a call or you can email us. Hopefully this video will help out. But let us know if you're having troubles and we'll work with you. Alright, thanks.